Hi everyone. So for today's video I'm going to be showing you how to assemble and decorate the pyramid shape card, which is a ScanNCut cutting file that's available in my ScanNCut shop. So if you go to www.applelover53.co.uk and click on the shop tab and then scroll down to the ScanNCut cutting files, and you'll find this card. Now all the products I'm using today can be purchased from a Stampin' Up shop, and there will be links directly under the YouTube video and in the accompanying blog posts. For the pattern paper I'm using the beautiful Hues of Happiness suite, and this is 12 by 12 designer series paper, and the one that I've chosen today is the one with all the little leaves and little tiny flowers, but I'm using the reverse side. And I've used my ScanNCut to position the three elements that I wanted cutting from designer series paper. So it cut from up here where like the melon mambo and petal pink and the yellow, which is daffodil delight. Okay. I'm also using one of our new 2022 to 2024 in colours. This is Tahitian Tide as my cardstock. Now you can get this out of a regular UK A4, but I just cut mine out of 12 by 12 because at the time I ordered my cardstock it was only available in 12 by 12. Okay, so I've cut the elements that are in the ScanNCut file. So you get the base card, and then there are three elements for your matting layers. I've also cut in basic white cardstock because that's going to go on the inside. So I'll just put those on one side for a minute. So I've already pre-folded this, but only because sometimes the ScanNCut score or fold lines are not always easy to see when I'm recording, but I'll just do it again. So basically once you've cut your base card, you'll have a fold line straight down the middle, which is basically like where your card folds in half, and then you'll have a diagonal line going this way and a diagonal line going this way, and then a little slit. So I'll just re-burnish these lines just to make the card sit a bit nicer. Now the way that I would suggest you decorate this is have the card so the slit is on the right hand side, because your card is going to fold up like that to go inside one of our Stampin' Up UK A6 size envelopes, which are 4.5 by 6.5. Okay, that's the kind of regular size. So the inside panel is going to go here. So you're basically kind of opening your card backwards. You would normally think that you would open a card this way. So you're going to have it this way, open it up, and then pop your white panel inside if you want to put one in. You don't have to, you can leave it completely, blank and just write. But I'm just going to add a little inside piece. So I'm going to pop that in first. And I've created the matting layers so that you've got, a little border all the way around. Okay, then I'm going to flip it back over so we've got this split on this side again. And I'm going to layer my designer series papers. So I'm just going to start with the two triangular ones. And I prefer to use wet glue for something like this because you can get right to the points. You want very, very, very little glue. I'm not really hardly applying anything. That's going to go on there like so. And I'm going to bring in the other one. As I say, if you've got a ScanNCut, this will cut on any model ScanNCut machine. So it doesn't matter whether you have a CM model or a DX or an SDX. This is a proprietary ScanNCut file that I've made, so it will work on any ScanNCut machine. Now for this, I'm just going to fold it over and tuck that in so you can see this is kind of like the front of your card and this is the back, and that's going to sit on there like so, so that when that folds over, that's got a piece of pattern paper as well. You could cut another piece from here and chop it off, but I didn't see the point in having just a little bit of paper there. So I'm going to glue this one down as well. This is a really simple but effective looking card. And you know, with a scan and cut, it cuts in seconds. So that's how the card is going to assemble, and it stands up like so. Now, you can decorate both panels, you can decorate either, it's entirely up to you. The way I would do this, I would fold the card now in half so that that split is on the back, and I'm just going to decorate this panel. Now, I've cut a circle from our layering circle dies, which are scalloped and plain, and the plain ones have got kind of a slight little embossed edge, and I used this one. And then I've recently made another card using this beautiful designer series paper where I fussy cut flowers from the designer series paper with my ScanNCut, but the dies that go with this Hues of Happiness suite will cut out these flowers if you've not got a ScanNCut, okay? So you can buy the dies, and at the moment, if you buy the dies and the stamp set as a bundle, you save 10%. So there is a bundle number. So you can't just put the stamp set in your basket and put the dies in your basket with two separate numbers. You won't get the discount. There's an actual bundle product number that gets you both, and you save 10%. So I'm just going to layer up this circle with some of these pieces that I've got left over from when I made the previous card. So the previous card I made was a scallop rectangle easel card that was also a ScanNCut cutting file that's available in my online ScanNCut cutting file shop. And these are the elements that I had left over from that. So I'm just going to use some of these to decorate this. So I'm not going to stick this down, and what I am going to do, I'm going to have this circle just overhanging ever so slightly. But even if I have it overhanging like so, it's still going to fit in this envelope. Okay, don't have it hanging over too much. So I'm just going to basically just position it there for now. And then I'm going to use a couple of these flowers. Now, because I've got the pinky at the top and the yellow at the bottom, I'm thinking I might have the yellow flower at the top and the pinky one down near the bottom. And then I've got all these leaves. I'm going to tuck some leaves in. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this flower just to stick it on this circle like so. Then the pink one, I think I'm going to layer up with some 3D foam, or stamping dimensionals as we call them. I'm just going to put a couple of stamping dimensionals and just bring my little dish in for my bits and try and keep my desk a bit tidy as I go. Pop that one kind of over the top like so, and then that will enable me to be able to tuck some of these leaves in. So as I say, all these were cut with the ScanNCut with a 0.04 offset, but the dies do cut the leaves and the flowers as well. So I'm going to slide that one in there, and I'm going to put that under the yellow one like that. And then I've got these tiny little leaves that I'm wondering if they might just go in there as well like so. I mean, I don't think it needs a lot because, you know, the paper's nice and bright and colourful. So I'm thinking it's going to go something like that. And I'm going to pop this whole thing up on dimensionals. So I'm going to put my dimensionals on the card. And that way, hopefully, I'll get this in the right place. I mean, this is quite a decent sized circle, so, you know, you've got quite a good surface area to be able to catch your dimensionals. Now, there are some other tiny little flowers that the machine cut out. I might just put maybe one of those on a mini dimensional. Let me just have a look. Let me find my piercing tool. If I don't like it, I don't have to use it. Let's just have a look. Could maybe pop that one just down there on the edge, like so. And have I got, oh, I've got a yellow one there. Maybe pop that one up there. So I'm basically just using up the bits that you know, I cut from the paper last time, and I didn't cut a lot of the paper. I think I cordoned off a kind of 6x6 section. So I've still got all these left that I can use on something else. And then I think we just need maybe a little bit of bling. So let's see what we've got. And then I'm going to decorate the envelope to match. So I've got the glossy dots. Didn't know whether to use some of the blue ones scattered around. Just going to get my Take Your Pick tool. So remembering that this card is going together like so. So I think what I might do is pick up these blue ones because these look very much like Tahitian Tide. Just need to wind some more putty out of my dispenser, and then once it starts to come out, you loosen it off. One of those, pop one of those up there. Usually you can just push, there you go, you can usually just push them off. And they stick, but they're quite stuck to that piece of plastic. So I think I'm just going to pop 3 of those like so. So I'll show you a close-up in a minute, but I'm going to decorate the envelope now to match. So you could stamp something inside if you want, or you can just write your greeting there. What I'm thinking is I've got the Happiness Abounds stamp set, which is all part of this suite, and I've pulled out this big flower and I've mounted it onto my block, and I've got some Melon Mambo ink because that's the pink that's in, that's the pink that's in the paper. So that looks okay. And then I think what I'll do, I'll just stamp the corner of my envelope like so. So that's the card. And that's the pyramid. I think some people call it a teepee or a tent style card. So that's how it's looking now. And then you just open it up, fold it flat, and it will fit into the envelope. So I hope you like that video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you want the ScanNCut cutting file, don't forget, head over to my website at applelover53.co.uk, select the shop tab, and then scroll down to where it says ScanNCut cutting files, and you'll find this cutting file. So thanks very much, and bye for now.